What's going on, everybody? This is Mike coming to you guys live. In effect, as always, Phil Jones, Mike Jones, have you guys know me personally, professionally, of the Extraordinary Man podcast. Just wanted to go ahead and rap with y'all for a couple of minutes. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? And this is just something that I have been dealing with, not only personally, but professionally, and not just something that I've been dealing with, but something that I've been noticing with my peers. As many people know, I'm pretty transparent. 38 years old. I've been around for a little bit of time. And one of the things that is just like, it sickens me looking at my past portfolio and looking at people in modern day victimhood. I'm just not a fan of how much of a victim I allowed myself to be over the course of history, nor am I a fan of how often that I've allowed myself to buy into other people's ideas of victimhood. Now, let me explain something, right? There are some people that have advantages. There are some people that are favored. There are certain people that are in certain situations to where they get opportunities that other people don't get. It is what it is. I'm not one to call favorites or to tell people about favoritism not being real. I'm sure that is real in most sectors of the world. Nothing that you're going to do about it because people are going to always defer to those that they like. However, I'm a firm believer of being competitive. I do believe that in this world, if you want something, no matter what it is, you have to put your best foot forward and you have to fight for it. Now, as I tell everybody, I don't care how hard I work. That's just my pace. That's my flow. That's how I get busy. It has nothing to do with what somebody might give me because I go a little bit above and beyond. It's like, no, if I go above and beyond, that's because that's what I was gonna do anyway. That's what's ingrained in me to do anyway. If I'm not gonna do nothing, that's what's ingrained in me anyway. That's just a part of my flow. So I'm a firm believer of this. I don't want anything other than what's mine. So if I bust my butt for it, that's what I want. If that's what it is that I'm opting for that solely because of the fact that that's the goal that I've set. That's the next tick mark that I intend to achieve, and I plan on getting that. When it comes down to the whole victimology concept, is like I'm not getting the opportunities that I feel that I deserve because of insert reason here. Everything other than the fact that maybe that's not for you. Maybe this isn't the company for you. Maybe this isn't the relationship for you. Maybe this isn't the social circle for you. Maybe it's not your time yet. Maybe you're not really the hype that you think that you are. Maybe you need to tighten up on loose ends, or maybe you're just somebody who you're just not very likable. It could be a myriad of reasons for why you're not getting to that place that you're trying to get to. But to make up reasons or to try to find reasons that don't revolve around self improvement is just asinine. Reason being is because very few people are going to be honest with you about whether or not you're the problem or whether you're not the problem. So that already is out the window. Number two is because of the fact that not looking internally to find out what I can do better is a complete lack of self awareness, which I noticed that, excuse me, I noticed a lot of us, including myself, oftentimes suffer from. I can feel whatever it is I feel about myself, looking at myself in rose colored glasses. But the reality of me is not just based off of what I think about myself, but it's based off the responses that people have. Am I effective? When I say things to people, how do they respond to it? If I walk away after setting expectations, are my expectations still carried out as I said, or are they only carried out when I'm physically there to oversee and ensure that they're done? Am I liked? Am I respected? Or am I tolerated? These are all different things that you have to assess based off of your level of effectiveness when it comes down to how you deal with people. How are people receiving the things that I say or the things that I do? Are they receiving them favorably? Are they receiving them passively? Or are they just, okay, yep, I'll say whatever it is that I need to say while you standing here in front of my face, and as soon as you leave, I'll go back to doing what it is that I normally do. You see, if I sit here and I continue to think that I have it all figured out, there's no room for growth. There's no room for expansion. There's no room for saying, okay, well, let me add this tool to my belt. Let me add this tool to my belt. Like, I like what it is that you do. Can you teach me how to do that? Hey, you seem to be really good with paperwork, and I might be very good with communication with people, but I'm weak here. Can you assist me with getting at that level, that speed? How do you manage time? How do you seem to be able to get so much done within the 8 hours, and I'm struggling to get those same things done? Maybe I'm prioritizing the wrong things. So you have to really look at yourself inside and out to try to find out before I go and blame the system, or before I go out and I go blame everything other than my process or my method of operation. Let me step back first and see if there's something that I can A, learn, something B, I can unlearn, because sometimes you gotta unlearn some of that bad crap that you incorporated too. A lot of it could be attitude. Oh yeah, a lot of it could be attitude. You'll be so surprised at how much of the reception that you get from people is based off attitude. You may think that you have some sort of rapport with people. You could just say what you want, do what you want. You could just express yourself however it is you feel, but you have no idea how that actually rubs off on other people. Sometimes incorporating certain soft skills, being able to nurture a situation, being able to read a room, be able to walk up to somebody and, hey, how you doing? How's your family? Just having that little small talk that we don't want to have a lot of the time. We just want to walk into a situation and just have expectations on what people should do. But sometimes taking a couple of minutes out of the day to say, hey, how's everything? You well? You looking good. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Just want to say good job for what it is that you did the other day. Just those little small acknowledgments. You'll be surprised how effective that is when it comes down to people just being noticed, just feeling like, hey, I exist. Fantastic. You'd be surprised how well that works. You'd be surprised how well empathy works, how well just taking the time to build an individual relationship with individuals and not necessarily lumping them in as a collective and just looking at all of them at the same way. When you build your individual relationships with people, guess what? It helps as far as the morale of people around you and how they receive you. Ultimately, what I'm saying is the fact that I encourage people to look for every other reason other than bias. Look for another reason. Try to find something else to blame other than external factors. Look in yourself and ask yourself, okay, what can I improve on based on the reception that I get often? What can I stand to improve on that can possibly help me become a better version of myself today? Anyway, guys, that's my time. Phil Jones, Mike Jones, have you guys know me personally, professionally. Tune in for the next episode of the Extraordinary Man Podcast with me and my brother, King Midas. Midas, make sure you throw the king in front. Let's go when I can get him on. He's out in the field working ever so hard to get some things on track. He's going to be in tune with us shortly. Anyway, peace, guys. Thank you.